What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for joining out on another hike here. Just beautiful weather here in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I want to talk about why your goals fail. Why you have these big goals, you have these huge aspirations to achieve some amazing things, and yet you find yourself wondering what in the world just happened. And you're not alone. I think the studies show that 91% of people that create New Year's resolutions, they don't do them, they fail. 91%. Only 9% of people that create New Year's resolutions actually achieve them. I don't know about you, but that's some pretty horrible results. But here's the thing, I used to be one of those 91%, and what I've learned is some very valuable lessons, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. So one of the biggest mistakes that I made, that I see a lot of people make, is we do these New Year's resolutions, and that's not a bad thing. So I don't want you to hear that. Like, having New Year's resolutions, having your goals for the year, like, that's a very healthy exercise. And I love it because typically if you're doing that, you want to push yourself, you want to be better, you want to challenge yourself. Maybe it's getting into shape, maybe it's making more money at your job, maybe it's getting promoted, maybe it's increasing your education. Whatever those goals are, like, I think that's awesome. And I used to do the exact same thing. I would get so excited, near the year end, and I create all these amazing goals, all these New Year's resolutions, and then by February, March, it's like I completely forgot what they were. And that is basically the mistake that I learned. And just so we're clear, I didn't learn this mistake on my own. It took me joining several coaching programs. There's actually a coaching program that I was in for 5 years. I then did a high-level mastermind. And over that 6-year period, I invested almost $75,000 to learn what I'm going to share with you today. And I hope that it's helpful. The biggest thing that I learned, there's a lot of things, but the biggest one, especially when it comes to goals and New Year's resolutions, is that when you set your New Year's resolution, you can't just write on a piece of paper, you can't put it on a bulletin board, you can't put it on some Post-it notes, and then just forget about it. Because if it's something that's important to you, if it's a goal that you truly want, you have to stay engaged. Like, it has to be in your face, has to be in your line of sight. You have to see it every single day. And the mistake that I made with my New Year's resolutions in the past was I'd do these resolutions, I'd write them down somewhere, probably did it in a Google Doc or maybe it was a note file on my phone, and then I never looked at them again. I never looked at them until the following, basically coming end of the year in December. I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that's what I wanted to do this year. Dang it, oh my gosh. And I did that year after year after year. So what I learned was you have to have your goals in front of you. Like, you have to see them, you have to taste them, you have to smell them. That might be kind of weird, but I think you get my point. They have to be in your face. And one of the ways that you do that is that you review your goals on a consistent basis. So the concept that literally just blew my mind, and paid a lot of money for this concept that blew my mind was reviewing my goals every 90 days. So what this would look like is I would have my 1-year goals, I would have my 3-year goals, I would have my lifetime goals, and at the beginning of each quarter, I would have my 90-day goals that I was working on that would help me achieve what I was trying to achieve in the 1 year, the 3-year, and then also the lifetime. Like, they all just work together. And every 90 days, you remember anything out of this, remember this. Every 90 days, I would then review what were my quarterly goals, what were my 1-year goals, my 3-year goals. So I was constantly, every 90 days, every 3 months, reviewing the things that I wanted to do that were important to me. So guess what ended up happening when I did that? Check it out, I actually started getting the things done. All these big goals that I'd had, that I wanted to achieve year after year, that just kept kind of getting pushed aside, all of a sudden now I'm getting them done. And I'm not getting them done like in a year, I'm getting them done in like 3 months or less, all because I was reviewing them on a consistent basis. I know, it's crazy, right? But it seriously was life-changing. And that has allowed me to achieve so much more, like so much more than I didn't even know was possible, just by implementing this whole new framework. And it's something that I do today. It's something that I'm working on my kids, showing them what this looks like. I love telling others about it, showing others how this works. And the people that I have that have adopted these principles, I mean, it's not shocking, but they've achieved massive success. I've seen people achieve more in 3 months than they had in the past year. And that's what's crazy, right? It seems so simple. If you're one of those listening to this right now, and you're like, you know, Jeff, I don't know about that. That sounds good, but I don't know. There's something feels off. Well, check this out. Have you done it? If you are doing your goals right now, if you're doing your New Year's resolutions, and it's been a few years and you recognize like, oh crap, yeah, like I didn't get done what I wanted to get done, then maybe you should give it a try. Maybe you should consider changing the way that you go about your goals, wanting to achieve the things that are crucial to you, that are important to you. So that was the big takeaway. I know there was a lot more that I got from the coaching program that I was in, but that one alone, man, it totally was worth it. It might seem crazy to say that out loud, but yes, investing over 70 grand, if that was the only concept that I got, that I applied to my day-to-day, it paid for itself. It paid for itself time and time again. All right, y'all, so if you are interested in learning more about this, I've actually created this 10X goal starter pack, and full transparency, I have a course where I share all this, but you don't have to buy the course. You can download some of the free resources that I have so you can learn more about it, just to kind of give you a little sneak peek. Thank you Siri, appreciate that. But if you want some free resources that you can start implementing some of this on your own, please feel free to download this 10X Goal Starter Pack. If anything, man, I just want people to recognize like there's a different way of doing things. I'm pretty stubborn. I'm only in my mid-40s, but I'm still like set in my ways. So I'm sure that you can appreciate wanting to do things your way. Sometimes it's hard to listen to other people, especially if it sounds different, sounds scary. This is one of those things where I assure you, if you start implementing a little bit of it in your day-to-day, the way that you approach things, you will see a change. You will see a difference. All right, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any specific questions, leave some feedback in the comments. I'd love to see how I can serve you wherever you're at in your journey. And once again, be sure to download that free resource, the 10X Goals Starter Pack, in the description. We'll have that. Until next time, Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time, peace.